We have devised a system of providing what we call co-curriculum input to our students outside the classroom. So classroom we cover the standard content and the curriculum, and the standard pedagogy is followed, which means cases, discussions, role plays, simulation exercises. But outside the classroom we have what we call a seminar course, which is essentially a set of activities which is organized by the student in consultation with the faculty, and this seminar course contents are supposed to complement the contents already covered in the classroom. The classroom has a limitation of say 30 hours per course, and content delivery may be required in addition to this. So we do that in seminar course, and we have panel discussions, we have role plays, we have group discussions, public speaking practices. Industry speakers come, and essentially students identify the gap areas in their learning experience, and they would configure a program and they would do it. So when you do this, the students with work experience or no work experience, student with this engineering background and non-engineering background, they are very quickly able to come to a same platform as far as the learning is concerned. And this is working out very well for us.
When students join the institutes, by and large they are from engineering background, though we maintain a diversity, but to the extent possible I am teaching them in the first term, and I start with the very basics of finance. So I think the starting point is not so much imparting knowledge as much as giving them a kind of an emotional backing and trying to get rid of this misnomer which is there in their minds that finance is something which only students from commerce background can deal with. And what I have experienced over the last few years is that students who are from non-commerce backgrounds, particularly engineering and others, they have a tremendous analytical bent of mind, and they are the ones who've been getting placed much earlier. So it's a question of how do you impart the knowledge to them. We have been conducting a lot of workshops. For instance, we did a workshop recently on GST. There has been a lot of news in the papers of late of the insolvency which companies have gone into. So we conducted a workshop on where insolvency professionals were asked to come here and address the students.
I joined this institute as a fresher after graduating from Christ University. Being a fresher allowed me to have a fresh perspective over things. But in the first year, when you actually interact with people who have work experience of 2.5 years or 3 years, you're suddenly taken aback, because they do have a certain kind of seriousness towards their work, a focus, a different perspective. But over this 1.5 years, I've actually evolved, and I've actually learned how to express myself, how to interact with them, and how to be more focused towards what I'm doing. Over the 1.5 years, I was pretty active. I was a part of student council, and I was in the committee C, Center for Entrepreneurship Development, and FEF. So being a part of these committees and being involved in the daily activities of college helped me in actually growing and helped me in actually becoming a more confident person. And today I'm really happy with the progress that I've done right from the first day in college to till this day.
Hi, my name is Madhav Bhandari. I'm a first year student of the FMG program at Fore School of Management. I would define myself as a future marketer, an aspiring strategist, and that is the primary reason I've come to Fore School of Management. I had done my bachelor's in business administration with specialization in marketing and advertising, after which I had taken up a account management role in an advertising agency. While going through that period of my employment, I realized the need to do an MBA. While working with my previous employer, J. Walter Thompson, I was handling brands like Lay's, Lay's Max and Doritos. That is when interacting with the brand managers at PepsiCo brought about the sense of what I lack in terms of technical knowledge and in terms of a holistic perspective, which is when I approached them and asked them that how do I come at the same level as you. So their advice was then to first enter into an MBA program from a renowned college. Fore attracts a lot of corporates to give lectures over here. One such instance was when the marketing head at B9 Beverages visited our campus and spoke about a concept that we were unaware of, but something that lifestyle brands use every day. So that is the brand identity prism model, which tells as to how a brand reinforces the personality of the consumer by attributing certain personality traits to its own image, and that which helps the consumer then to effectively portray his personality within his social circle. right? So it is for such reasons that we have come to Fore. It is for such learnings, it is for such industry insights, and it is for such interactions that makes Fore a special place to be at.
In my 1.5 years of experience as an FCD member, I have interacted with almost more than 100 plus corporates. The reason why corporates come to Fore again and again is that what they have told me is that we have just the adequate batch strength required for them, which is 300 in number. Also, the location of Fore has added advantage. We are situated in the heart of Delhi, which is quite accessible to the companies of Gurgaon and Noida and in and around Delhi. Other than that, we have a good mix of companies coming for finance, marketing, operations, HR.
If you look at freshers, freshers come with their own strengths and weaknesses. What's their weakness? They are not exposed to the corporate world. What's their strength? They are not aware of any constraints of the corporate world. Now let us look at the laterals. Laterals, they are slightly conservative because they are already aware of the constraints of the corporate world, right? But the trick lies in making the freshers and the laterals work together, whether they are working in small groups on case studies, live projects, so on and so forth. And when this kind of a thing happens, it is then that the synergy comes out. Then it is more like a cross-functional team which is working on a particular solution, on a particular business problem.